Welcome back to the Eversys Academy. And in this video, we're going to explore the Everfoam options on the Eversys range of machines. Now, there's a whole range of different ways that we can produce milk products on the machine, but this is a really interesting one, particularly if you're looking at a machine where you don't have room for a fridge to the side or a fridge underneath. This means that we can use all the benefits of automation of the machine to create perfectly steamed milk, but we're doing it from the steam wand, and the barista can still finish the drink for the customer. So we'll start off by looking at the settings on the machine. We're going to go straight into the menu and to the products and keys. And in this situation, I've set up one Everfoam button, so I'm just going to select that one, and we'll go through the settings. But you could have a range of Everfoam settings, and you could change the name of them. So you could maybe have them for cappuccino, for latte, or for your alternative milks. You could have these on the main screen or on a separate screen, depending on your needs. So as we go through the settings, you'll see that we have the product type, we have the key name, which we can change. We have the outlet side, which will depend on the configuration of your machine. Maybe you have a steam one on the left and right. Recipe elements are our stop temperature, which is really going to impact flavor and your customer experience. I've set this one at 60 degrees, and we can probably go all the way up to 70, just around that line, without damaging the milk quality. The hotter you go, the longer that drink will taste hot and have that experience, but the quality won't improve. A really interesting element is we can choose how long the steam arm textures the milk for. And if you're used to using a traditional machine, you'll know that it's always better to get all of that texturing action happening when the milk is pretty cool. The more it happens when it's cool, the more fluid the milk will be when you pour it. So we're going to choose to stop the air pump based on temperature, and we're going to set that at 37 degrees. But if you're making lots of big drinks, you can also set that based on time and set a time window for when it stops. It's just a choice. So I've set it to stop at a temperature. I'm choosing that air stop at 37 degrees. Depending on the milk you're using, you might want to drop that down a little bit, particularly if you're using alternative milks. Foam texture is a choice again. I've set this at 40. This is going to be really good for a traditional specialty cappuccino. So a good amount of foam, but still very pourable. So that's our settings for the Everfoam. I'm going to come out, and let's see how that looks when we make a drink. I'm going to set an espresso brewing. I'm going to pour some fresh cold milk in my jug, just enough for what I need, and I'm going to purge the steam wand. Once the steam wand's purged, I'm going to insert it in the jug. I'm going to set it foaming, and you can hear it adding the texture right at the beginning. It's going to bring it up to that preset temperature, and once it's finished steaming, I'm going to remove the jug, wipe the steam wand. That also gives the milk a little chance to rest. And then I'm going to take my fresh espresso, my beautifully steamed milk, and pour the two together. So there we have it. That's the Everfoam, one of the many milk options on the Eversys range.